blank blank. How can we get here and now, this evening, turn off all of our dramatic parts, or let's let them run on? I mean, you can run on being who you've been, but let's just not get hung up in them. Let's be here together. How do we do that? Well, we have been going through a procedure of purification which is useful, quite helpful. And we call upon a being who I will explain later to you about where he lives. This being is called Guru Rinpoche, or Padmasambhava. And Padmasambhava was the man who introduced Buddhism to Tibet, and this is a very important period in Padmasambhava's influence for us. He is depicted in these tanka reproductions on either side. And in order to call upon Padmasambhava to bring us here and now, you will do the following. You will imagine Padmasambhava, who is sitting on a lotus in the middle of a lake. And you will imagine him directly out from the middle of your eyebrows, and then go up about a 30-degree angle, and imagine him out there, just a little above your head, out there. He is entirely made up of light. He sits on a throne It is the sun throne of wisdom, and he is the eternal child who sits there. In his right hand he holds the lightning bolt of the method of becoming eternal, the upaya. And in his left he holds the cup which is filled with ambrosia. It's filled with moksha, filled with bliss. He has cut off the heads of aversion, attachment, and confusion, and he wears them as ornaments on his trident, which he holds to his side as his consort. He sits unmoving in meditation. He chants Hum and Fum, drunk upon highest happiness. The Buddhas of the past, present, and the future shine forth through the pores of his skin. His youthful smile is full of compassion. Victory is his crown. Imagining now this being of pure light out in front of us, with eyes closed, you will first need to purify your body and mind before you can invite Guru Rinpoche into your hridayam, or spiritual heart. The first thing you're going to get rid of is roga and ruga, which are disease and attachment. In order to get rid of all of the physical hang-ups and all of the attachments to your melodrama that keep you from being here and now. You will breathe all these things out, and they're going to come out a dark red. And they will come out of your right nostril when you, now, if you are not tuned in on astral vision at this point, you may not see the dark red just yet. But you can imagine it. You will breathe 3 times out the right nostril, and each time imagine you're breathing out all of the physical hang-ups and all of the attachments that keep you stuck. Right, 3 times. And now out the left nostril, a blue-gray in color, you will breathe out mental obstacles and anger. Think of all the people that got you hung up today, got you uptight, all the people that angered you, all the people you still get angry when you think about. And get that anger into you. Really think about them until you're really angry. And then breathe it all out, a kind of a blue-gray out the left nostril. 3 times out the left nostril. You should have a fan to clear away all those vibrations. And then out the mouth, purple in color, 3 times you will breathe out sloth, inertia, the heaviness, the stone-like quality, tamasya, all the qualities that keep you from getting on with it, all that kind of 3 times purple out the mouth. Now imagining Guru Rinpoche sitting out there on his lotus. Imagine coming from his ajna, the point right between his eyebrows, a beam of white light that comes directly to your ajna, a beam that burns right into you, and it burns out all of the physical impurities. It just keeps working on the physical impurities. Feel it burn through you. Om. And then from his ajna, the same place, to your throat, a red beam which burns out of you all untruths, all lies, all wrongness of speech. Ah. And then a blue beam that comes from his spiritual heart to your spiritual heart, your hridayam. And this blue beam burns out all impurities of thought, all the thoughts that keep you from being an enlightened being, from knowing who you truly are. Hung. And now let that blue beam become a broad blue avenue And down that avenue comes Guru Rinpoche himself. Pure light, pure love, pure awareness, pure energy, total wisdom, absolute power. And he comes into your own heart, and he resides there, and when you know who you truly are, you and he are one. You are composed of pure love, pure light, pure energy, pure wisdom, infinite power. And his mantra is Aum Ahung Vajra Guru Padme Siddhi Hung. 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 Aum is the unmanifest. Aum is the eternal, formless, the void. Aum is what lies behind all. Aum. Ah is the imminence for manifestation. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the sound which is later to turn into form, the imminent, is Ah. Hung, the manifest. Hung, manifest. All of the forms in the universe are Hum, Hum, Om, Ah, Hum. Vajra, lightning bolt. 3 in 1. The 3 in 1 lightning bolt, Vajra Guru. The lightning bolt, wisdom, wisdom, Guru, wisdom, wisdom. Om Ahung Vajra Guru Padme. Padme means lotus, and it also means unbearable compassion. The 3 in 1 lightning bolt, Guru of wisdom inside you, of unbearable compassion, Siddhi, of infinite power. Hung is manifest, Hung, heart, is manifest in my heart. Om Ahung Vajra Guru Padme Siddhi Hung. The 3 in 1, the unmanifest, the immanent, and the manifest, all are Padma Sambhava, and they are made up of unbearable compassion when they view the form and the 3 in 1 is infinite power, and it all resides in my very heart. And if I can go within to my own heart, to my spiritual heart, my Hridayam, I will then know I am He. I am He. I am He. It is from this place in our heart cave, where we now are, that we watch the entire drama that is our lives. we watch the illusion with unbearable compassion. Compassion meaning empathy, meaning a true understanding of how it is. A kind of empathy you can only have when you have quieted your mind down enough and transcended your ego enough so you can hear how it really is. So when you are with a candle flame, you are the candle flame. When you're with another being's mind, you are the other being's mind. When there is a task to do, you are the task. The mindless quality of total involvement that only comes when the ego is quieted and there is no attachment. It is only when you reside quietly in your own Hridayam that you become he of total light, unbearable compassion, and infinite power. Had ye but faith, ye could move mountains, said Yesu. And that is literally true. The Bible is not a metaphor, it's not a story made up to teach us how to be moral beings. It's a straight message of how it is when man lives in the Spirit. And the Spirit is right inside, and in order to get into the Spirit is not a whole lot of hocus pocus. It's a very simple, methodical, mechanical set of steps, but they are only available to him who can hear. Let those who have ears.
So in the next few minutes when I'm reading to you, try to find a comfortable place where you can be with your head, neck, and chest in a straight line. And you could be lying flat down, or you could be sitting up. Meditation is many things. It can be meditating on an object of meditation. Or it can be a process of letting all objects go by. The process now is to dislodge ourselves from our inordinate attachment to our own thoughts. Because as long as we're locked into our thoughts, we're always just one thought away from here. Since we've been talking about Guru-ness, let us use this time together in this incredible spiritual energy that the sharing we're doing at this moment is tuning us into. To allow us all to get a little closer to the Satguru that is within all beings. There are so many ways of visualizing the formless in form. Some meditators prefer to place the desired image of the Guru-ness on the top of their heads. They may imagine Buddha on top of their head. And some bring him into their heart and experience him sitting on a lotus in the Hridaya, the spiritual heart. Imagine a Buddha-like being now. Somebody like Padmasambhava, also known as Guru Rinpoche, being sitting cross-legged on a lotus, a being made of pure light, a being of absolute calm, compassion, peace. Imagine that being in front of you. Imagine that being at about eye level. In the distance. Now imagine a broad highway of blue light stretches from that being to your heart. And then experience that being very, very gently floating in the lotus position on the lotus, floating closer and closer. So much light, so much love, so much compassion. Let that being come inside. Until it resides in your very heart. Not your physical heart, your spiritual heart. Just about in the center of your chest, a little to the right, but just about a thumb's length. And feel that being sitting inside. Now let that guru increase in size until its body just conforms with your body. So where your leg is, the guru's leg. Your shoulder, the guru's shoulder. Your head, the guru's head. Now feel what it feels like to be interpenetrated with a being of total compassion. The compassion to see the entire universe fully with all of its polarities, without attachment, no attachment, allowing it to be, not demanding it be anything other than it is, seeing it all in its utter perfection. Now feel what it feels like to be interpenetrated with a being of pure light. Experience yourself as pure light. Feel the light emanating from deep within, coming out through all of your pores, pouring out through your eyes and all of your orifices, and from the ends of your toes and from your fingertips. Now, feel what it feels like to be interpenetrated with a being of pure love. Be love. Be love. Feel that love emanating from every part of your being. Now feel what it feels like to be interpenetrated with the being of total consciousness, pure consciousness. Let every part of your being be conscious. Now, with your eyes closed, start to experience this body of light, of compassion, of love, of consciousness, growing in size. Start to experience more and more of the universe as within you. Everything you can think of, say, Tat Tvam Asi, I am that too. And when you've moved out in space, in all directions, till there is no space you can conceive of that you aren't. Now now move in time. Backwards. Everything you can think about in history Tattvam asi, I am that too. Now future. All possibilities you could imagine. Bring them all within yourself. And bathe all of the future and all of the past and all of the present and all of there and all of here with self-illuminating radiance. With compassion. See within yourself all the polarities, all the goods and all the evils, all the beauties and all the uglinesses. All the yin and all the yang. And now, of course, you include me, and I include you. So in this place, there is only one of us. And this voice, and this air, is part of what we are. And within us, all of the laws of the universe are reflected in all of the forms and if I am it all, then the word I has no more meaning. Because there is no not I. And so there is no I. Here and now, there is only isness. Just being. The planets move, the heart beats, all of the laws are manifested in all of the forms of the universe. Now we can look within ourselves and we can see the separate entities who we thought we were. Before we started this meditation. Find that entity who you thought you were. Examine it. With some curiosity, as you would any other phenomenon in nature. Examine its dance in life. Look at all the problems it thinks it has, and the plans it has. Look at its desires. Desires it has because it doesn't realize tattvam asi, that it is already everything. Look at all its fears. Look at all of this with the absolute compassion that you are now. The compassion to see it all. Allow it to be. Now look into that being who you thought you were. Look inside that being. Way, way inside of it. And see who you now know yourself to be. The entire universe. Now ever so gently, start to re-experience your body, your physical body. The body in which you are dwelling at this moment. You are now re-entering this incarnation, starting from your toes, let your consciousness move up your body until it reaches the crown of your head. Now ever so gently. Come back into the personality you have incarnated into in this birth. But at the same moment, you're re-entering into your separateness. Keep in mind, keep in pure mind, keep in the identity with the Guru. Back into your senses. Thoughts. All part of the incarnation. And now as we proceed on through the pages of the book of our lives, let's remember that in our hridayam, in our heart, sits our Guru. Guru, God, and self are one. Wherever you think you go, whoever you think you are, whatever you think, He is. Guru is. Guru is. Whoever you meet, in her, in him, resides Guru. Wherever you look, whatever you see, all Guru. Now and always. Om. This meditation is drawn from Theravada or Southern Buddhism. It's called Anapana, and it means it's just bringing you to right here. And it's done through the breath. It's what is common to everybody in this room at this moment. Of all of our individual differences is we are all breathing in, breathing out. This process is one that is like, if you can imagine a flower, and the center of the flower, and then the petals coming out of the flower, center. And the center is called your primary object of meditation. And the petals are all the thoughts that keep coming out from that center. In this case, our primary object of meditation is our breath. We will focus on our breath going in and our breath coming out. You can do this two ways. One is by focusing on a muscle that is in the solar plexus, that every time you breathe in, it moves in one direction, and every time you breathe out, it moves in another direction. Rising, falling. Rising, falling. Or you could focus at the tip of the inside of your nose. And as the air goes by, you will feel a slight whisper of air on the in-breath. And as the air goes out, you will feel a slight whisper of air on the out-breath. And you are like a gatekeeper at the gates. The cars go in and they go out. You don't follow them to see where they go. You just notice the breath going in, breathing in, the breath going out, breathing out. So whichever one is easiest for you, pick one now and stay with it for this period of 15 minutes. Either the muscle in your abdomen, in your solar plexus, that is going rising, falling, or the air going by the tip of your nose, breathing in, breathing out. Your job in the most gentle possible way is to merely keep your awareness focused on your primary object. Now, it's going to wander. Your awareness is going to be grabbed by many thoughts. You'll sit down and you'll say, breathing in, breathing out, and then the thought will come, this will never work. Okay? Now, you can either take the thought, this will never work, and immediately go off on another train of thought. Even though I'm giving you instructions, you just ignore them, and then the meditation's over. That's okay. Or at some point you say, gee, all I was going to do for these 15 minutes is watch my breath, and this is another thought, I'll just let it go, and I'll go back to my breath. The art is not to get violent with your other thoughts. Don't get guilty because you're thinking them. Don't even try to push them away. Merely very gently, again and again, bring your awareness back to the primary object of meditation. Let each thought be another petal in the flower and keep coming back to the center, back to the center, back to the center. So with eyes closed and body straight as is comfortable for you to sit, it's good to keep straight, if you can, your head and neck and chest. Bring your awareness either to the muscle in your abdomen or to the breath passing the tip of your nostrils. And notice the breath, either rising and falling or breathing in and breathing out. If the breath gets fast or slow, it doesn't matter. Just notice it. Don't change it. You're just noticing. You are merely remaining aware. Any sounds, smells, sensations, just let them come and let them go and bring your awareness back to either rising and falling or breathing in, breathing out. If your mind wanders, just notice it and bring it very gently back to breathing in, breathing out, or rising and falling. Wherever your mind is now, just notice where it is and bring it very gently back to rising, falling, breathing in, breathing out. If it helps to say those words inside yourself with each breath, it's perfectly okay. All the sounds, everything that comes into your ears, just notice it as another thought. Come back to your breath. There's nothing you need to think about now other than breathing in, breathing out, or rising and falling. Notice the shape and form as the breath goes by, beginning, middle, and end of the in-breath, the space, the beginning, middle, and end of the out-breath, the space. If you experience agitation or confusion or boredom or bliss or anything, just see it as more thoughts. Notice it and bring your awareness back to rising and falling, or breathing in and breathing out. If you begin to doze, take a few deep, intentional breaths. rising and falling, or breathing in and breathing out. All the feelings in your body, the sounds, the sensations, the tastes, the smells, the sights, just coming and going, bring your awareness back to the primary object of meditation. Firm in your seat, head straight. Rising, falling, or breathing in, breathing out. There are 3 more minutes left. Use these 3 minutes consciously. Gently but firmly, each time your mind wanders, bring it back to rising, falling, or breathing in, breathing out. Be vigilant but gentle. Bring the awareness back to the basic primary object of meditation. Basic attention to the breath. Okay. Om. Can relax now.
Don't try to do anything special. Just sit with what is. Sit with what is. With the mind, the feelings. Sounds. Neither pushing nor pulling, just being present, relax. Thoughts arise and disappear, replaced by another thought or another sensation. Find within yourself that vast, spacious awareness. It is like the sky. And all the phenomena that come to into awareness, thoughts, the sound of my voice, sensations, they're like clouds drifting across the sky. They don't change the sky. Sounds, sensations, feelings, thoughts. They're not disturbances, they're all just part of the natural set of phenomena that are appearing, that are crossing the sky. Keep going back into that part of awareness that is just the sky. Resting in spacious awareness. Into your awareness comes this and comes that. But it is awareness itself. Resting in your natural essence. Resting in this awareness that is empty like the sky. The Clouds come and they go, and awareness is. Awareness is a little like a flashlight or a torch. It shines on this and that, but it doesn't shine on itself. Pure, primordial awareness. When you rest in that awareness and don't get fixated or fascinated by the thoughts and sensations as they arise, you rest in equanimity, in a brilliant clarity. There was a great spiritual master who described this state. Open yourself to this description. He said, I am without form, without limit. I am beyond space, beyond time. I am in everything. Everything is in me. Everywhere I am. thoughts, sensations, feelings, coming, going. Don't cling, just noticing them. Coming back again and again into root awareness. Rest your weary mind. Rest in just this. If you're thinking or restless, don't be upset. If you're upset, just notice it. Let it all be part of your natural state. You don't have to look holy. Just keep coming back into the deepest place of rest, behind all the forms, not pushing the forms away, not grabbing at them. In these last few minutes of meditation, resting in awareness.
Concentrate on your breath. In, out, in, out. Maybe the tip of the nose will be the place where you will do that. Now, keep that concentration. Bring it to the middle of your heart space. And that point is loving awareness. And that loving awareness is you. It's the real you. For you are awareness. Now, you can be aware of your eyes and what they see. You can be aware of the ears about you, what they hear. What the skin feels. You can be aware of your mind and the river of thoughts that come out of your mind. thoughts, thoughts, thoughts. Some of those thoughts are positive, some are negative. Some are about you, are and about others. Some of them are judging thoughts. But you will stay identified with loving awareness in your heart, in the heart center. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. Awareness is not a thing. We can label it, but it is not the words. You are loving awareness. So is Christ. So is Krishna. So is Buddha. So is Maharaji. They are loving awareness, and so are you. One loving awareness. One loving awareness. in each of us is a finger of the hand of loving awareness. Loving awareness is in everybody. Everybody is in loving awareness. War and disagreement and states and that's the games. That's the games we play. Yet we are loving awareness. We are individuals, but we're not. We are the whole thing. We are all God. You are an individual and you are part of the whole. Loving awareness. When you finally get to be loving awareness. Be loving awareness. be. Be. We are all beings together. One consciousness. We are satsang. We are those who seek the truth. Seek the truth. Seek the truth. Namaste. Namaste.